Dominance theory was proposed by Mendel. As you know, theory of independent assortment, theory of dominance, three theories he has given. Here, dominance hypothesis and dominance theory are entirely different, whereas dominance hypothesis was proposed by Davenport. Cross between inbred line and open pollinated variety or OPV is known as top cross method. Resistance of host to particular race of pathogen is vertical resistance. It is governed by one or few genes. Resistance of host to all the races of pathogen is known as horizontal resistance. The concept of gene for gene hypothesis was first developed by H.F. Floor in 1946. Disease resistance is governed by several genes. The concept of vertical and horizontal resistance was given by J. E. Vanderplank in 1963. Father of genetic engineering is Paul Berg. PCR was developed by Dr. Carey Mullis in 1980. Golden rice was developed by Ingo Patricus and Peter Bayer. The plant part which is used for regeneration is called explant. Mass of regenerated cells culture medium is called callus. Suspension of free cells of callus in a liquid medium is known as suspension culture, whereas regeneration capacity or ability of a plant cell to develop into whole plant is known as totipotency. The process of formation of somatic embryo from callus is known as embryogenesis. The production of differentiation of shoot and root from the somatic embryo is called organogenesis. Regeneration of whole plant from anthers is anther culture. Haploids are developed by anther culture and many other techniques are also involved in production of the haploids. The blue biotechnology is a term that has been used to describe the marine and aquatic application. Biotechnology applied to agriculture process is industrial biotechnology. The term genetically modified food product was first food product was tomato, which was transformed to delay its ripening. mRNA is primarily used for transcription of DNA. RFLP stands for restriction fragment length polymorphism. Plant tissue culture began or it was coined by Haberlandt, who is a German botanist in 1808. Research in the area of tissue culture was first started in India at Department of Botany in Delhi University in 1960s. National Bureau of Plant Genetic Resources is situated at New Delhi. Project on Indian mustard oil with higher beta carotene is initiated by Terry. A genotype developed by the process of genetic engineering is transgenic, a technique of genetic engineering used to make several identical copies of a gene is gene cloning. Soil-borne bacterium used to develop transgenic plants is Agrobacterium tumefaciens. In potato, protein quality has been improved by transferring serum albumin gene from human beings. In tobacco, cold resistance power has been achieved by transferring gene from Arabidopsis thaliana. These two are very important because uh, these are repeatedly appeared in ASRB exams. Little leaf of citrus is caused by MLOs. Pahala blight of sugarcane is caused due to deficiency of manganese. Reclamation disease is caused due to deficiency of Cu or copper. Late blight of potato is caused by Phytophthora infestans. Bunchy top of banana is caused by virus. Grassy shoot disease of sugarcane is by Mycoplasma. Crescent in rice is caused by Xanthomonas oryzae. Heart rot of sugar beet is caused by deficiency of boron. Most dangerous disease of potato is late blight of potato. Phylology disease in Phyllodes disease in plants is caused by Mycoplasma. Clubroot of cauliflower is caused by Plasmodiophora brassicae. Sheath blight of rice is caused by Rhizoctonia solani. Vector of leaf curl disease in cotton is white flies. Orobanche is a parasite associated with tobacco. Akioki disease is due to sulfur toxicity. White rust of crucifers is caused by albigo candida, that's a fungus. Ufra disease in rice by nematode. Whiptail of cauliflower is due to deficiency of molybdenum. Vector of rice virus is green leaf hopper. Crescent symptom is found in bacterial blight. Loose smut disease in wheat is a internally seed-borne disease. Manteca disease of rice is caused by rice root nematode. Yellow leaves of tea occurs due to the deficiency of sulfur. Dieback of shoots occur due to deficiency of copper. Dieback is the major disease in roses in India. Crop showing maximum resistance to nematode is marigold. Late blight disease destroyed the potato crop of Ireland in 1845. Father of pathology, plant pathology is Anton de Berry. Father of mycology is P.A. Michel. Life cycle of wheat rust is given by Casey Mehta. Sickness of tobacco is caused by deficiency of boron. Pathogen associated with the discovery of Bordeaux mixture is Plasmophora viticola. Loose smut of wheat can be controlled by seed treatment of Vitamix or Vitavax. Late blight of potato was introduced in India for first time in Nilgiri Hills. Black heart of potato is caused by poor ventilation in storage, that is due to lack of oxygen supply. Tundu disease of wheat is usually associated with nematode known as Angina tritici. Udvatta disease of rice is due to Aphilis oryzae. Ring rust of onla is caused by Ravenelia umbilica, variety Factoriae, where flag smut of wheat is caused by Urocystis graminis. Leaf curl disease of tobacco is caused by virus and it is transmitted by whitefly. Late blight of cotton is caused by Alternaria macrospora. Father of nematology is Bastian. Father of microbiology is Louis Pasteur. Bacteria was discovered by Anton von Leeuwenhoek. Fungicide used to control smut is Vitavax. Father of modern plant pathology is Anton de Berry. Bordeaux mixture was developed by Millardet. Common nematicides are DD mixture, phorate, ethylene bromide, etc. Central Plant Protection Training Institute is situated at Hyderabad. First Plant Protection Advisor to Government of India is H.S. Pruthi. Integrated pest control term was given by Bartlett. The term pest management was given by Gear in 1970. Blood color of insect is green with yellow. Honeybees belong to the order Hymenoptera. Entomology word was taken from Greek language. Father of insect physiology is Wigglesworth. First pesticide was discovered by Millardet in 1882. DDT was discovered by Zedler. First insecticide discovered was DDT. Plant Protection and Quarantine Act was passed in the year 1912. Insecticide Act was passed in 1968. Destructive Insect and Pest Act was passed in 1914. Maximum percentage of insecticide is used in cotton, that is 54%. Warfarin is a rodenticide, means to kill rats. Contact insecticides are DDT, malathion, aldicarb, monocrotophos, aldrin, etc. Whereas biopesticides are NPV, GV, Bacillus thuringiensis, etc. Pest population should be kept below the economic threshold level. Very safest insecticide for honeybees is endosulfan. Rat poison is also known as zinc phosphide or ZN3P2. Lead Arsenate was first used in 1832 by Moulton. Overhead cost is also known as fixed cost. Now, it is commencement of agriculture economics. Price theory is a branch of microeconomics. Average cost is total cost by output. Land rent is an example of fixed cost. Prime cost is also known as variable cost. Opportunity cost is also known as alternative cost. Father of economics is Adam Smith. Diminishing returns is also known as law of variation. Most effective way to overcome the defects of agriculture marketing is regulating the marketing. Law of variable proportions is generally referred to as law of diminishing return production function of factors. Agmark Act was enforced in 1937. In mixed farming, contribution of livestock to gross farm income is at least. Input output relationship is also known as production function. Those products in which two products produced together are called joint product. Dumping activity is seen under monopoly. Export Import Bank of India was set up in 1982 1st January. IRDP was started in the year 1980 October 2nd. When marginal production is zero, the total production is maximum. National demonstration or project was KVK is also known as Farm Science Center, was first started in 1974. Operational research product project was started in 1974-75. Lab to Land program in 1979. National Agri Technology project started in the year 1998-99. KVK was recommended by Mohan Singh Mehta Committee in 1974. Community Development Project was started on 1952. National Extension Service was started in the year 1953. Firka Development Scheme was launched under the guidance of National Commission for of Agriculture set up by Government of India in 1970. High Yielding Varietal Program was started in 1966. Marthandam Program was started by Spencer Hatch in 1921. Itawa Pilot Project was started by Albert Mayer in September 1948. Indian Village Service was started in 1945 by Arthur Mosher and Shri B.N. Gupta. Aim of Itawa Pilot Project is introducing intensive work on rural reconstruction front. Intensive Agriculture District Program was popularly known as Package Program. IRDP is launched on 1980 2nd October. National Agricultural Research Project was launched in 1979. T and V system was evolved in 1973 by Israeli expert Daniel Benner at Turkey. Training of rural youth for self-employment or TRISEM came in 1979. Total number of KVKs at present crossed around 800. Antyodaya Yojana was started in 2nd October 1977. Sampurna Gramin Rojgar Yojana started in 2001. FCI started or Food Corporation of India in 1970. Fiscal Commission was appointed in 1949. Multiple cropping programming was started in 1966. First Irrigation Commission appointed in 1901. First Department of Agriculture established in 1881. Extension work must be based on need and interest of people. Father of extension is Paul Liggins. Father of sociology is Auguste Comte. National Agriculture Innovation Project started in 2005. Total number of national bureaus are 6. Formula of coefficient of variation is standard deviation divided by mean into 100. Here see statistics subject started. T test is generally used when sample size is less than 30. The correlation coefficient lies between -1 to +1. Experimental design which simultaneously control the variation in two direction is Latin square design. Basic principles of field experiments is randomization, replication, and local control. Technique of analysis of variation was developed by R.A. Fisher. If fertility gradient of land is in two direction, experimental design will be Latin square design. Most commonly used measure of central tendency is arithmetic mean. Cumulative frequency is also known given by Ogive frequency. It is known as Ogive frequency. The term kurtosis was given by Pierron in 1906. Laplace used the normal distribution in analysis of errors of experiments. The important method of least square was given by Legendre in 1805. Normal distribution was coined independently by Galton and Lexis in 1875. Normal distribution is also known as law of error, law of facility of error, Laplace's second law, or Gaussian law. Here, remember, normal distribution is also having many other names. Generalized mean is also known as power mean or Halder mean. Standard deviation is widely used to measure variability. The term standard deviation was first used by Carl Pearson in 1894. If mean, medium, and mode is equal, then the skewness will be 0. Correlation are useful because they can indicate a predictive relationship. ANOVA used when the experimenter want to study the effects of two or more treatment variables is factorial ANOVA. ANOVA used when the subjects are subjects to repeated measures in which same objects are used for each treatment is two-way ANOVA. This ANOVA kind of questions are also very important. Read the questions and answer carefully. Completely randomized design is considered to be most useful in situation where the experimental units are homogeneous, experiments are small like laboratory experiments, some experimental units are likely to be destroyed. In field experiments, the commonly used design is RBD or randomized block design. In chi-square test, the minimum sample size should be 50. Biometry deals with the observations with living things. Mean, median, mode are equal in normal distribution. Most frequent number in a data set is known as mode. The well-known example of skewed distribution is personal wealth. Hormonal mean is the reciprocal of arithmetic mean. Term Z test is often used to refer specifically to the one sample location test. T test is a parametric test. Goodness of fit is a test also known as Kolmogorov or Smirnov test. Number of independent pieces of information that go into the estimate of a parameter is called degree of freedom. Typical symbol for degree of freedom is degrees of freedom, DF. F test was coined by Snedeker in honor of Sir Ronald Fisher. Term water harvesting was first used by Myers. Force working with the attraction of water molecules towards each other is known as cohesion. Force working with the attraction of water molecules towards solid particles is adhesion. Water held tightly to the surface of soil particles by adsorption forces is hygroscopic water. Water held by force of surface as continuous film around soil particle and in capillary space is capillary water. Capillary water is held between tension 31 and 1 by 3 atmosphere. Movement of water from the surface into the soil is called infiltration. Water moves freely in response to gravitational force and drain out of the soil is gravitational water. Water between field capacity and permanent wilting point is available water. Drip irrigation concept was proposed by Sincha Blas. 1 hectare cubic meter of irrigation is equal to 1 lakh liters. Major source of irrigation in India is wells. About 52% wells are found. Irrigation method widely used in fruit orchard is Bain method. Intermittent on and arm system used in irrigation method is used in orchards again. Automatic method of surface irrigation is cobligation. Leading state in drip irrigation is Maharashtra. Soil moisture is measured by tensiometer. Water requirement of irrigation wetland rice is about 1500 mm. Total water requirement of sugar cane is 200 to 300 centimeter. In saline soil, the method of irrigation used is flood method. pH value was first introduced by Schofield. Vertical movement of water in soil is percolation. Evapotranspiration is measured by lysimeter. Partial flume is used for measuring water flow. Next is sericulture. It is also known as silk farming. Rearing of silkworms for the production of raw silk is sericulture. Silkworms required to produce 1 kg of silk is 5500 in numbers. People engaged in various sericulture activities in the country are about 60 lakhs. Central Sericulture Research and Training Institute is located at Mysuru, Karnataka. Sericulture has been practiced for at least 5000 years in China. Apiculture is also known as beekeeping. Apiculture word is taken by Latin. Location where bees are kept is called apiary. Beekeeper is also known as apiarist. Beekeeper bee in order to collect honey, bee wax, to pollinate crops, to produce bees for sale is nothing but beekeeper. Beekeeping is maintenance of honeybee colonies commonly in hives by humans. Two economically important products of beekeeping is honey and wax. Average yield of Indian bee is 6 to 8 kg per colony per year. Many freshwater fishes are carp and catfish. Main brackish-water fish are Hilsa and mullet. Central Institute of Marine Fisheries Research Institute is established at Kochi, Kerala. Central Inland Fisheries Institute established at Barakpur, West Bengal. Central Institute of Fisheries Technology is at Wellington Island near Kochi, Kerala. Hydroponics is also known as soilless culture, method of growing plants using mineral nutrient solution in water without soil is hydroponics. In 1699, John Woodward published his water culture experiment with the crop of spearmint. Hydroponics, traditionally known as solution culture. First time who promoted that solution culture can be used for agriculture crop production is Professor William Frederick Garrix, University of California in 1929. Term aquaculture for hydroponics was used for the first time by Professor Williams. Mutant variety of rice is Jagannath. Precursor of vitamin A is beta carotene. Azolla is a aquatic form. Blue Revolution in India was started during 5th 5-year plan in 1970. Evergreen Revolution is related to sustainable crop production. Precision farming is also known as site-specific management. Sri technique was developed by Madagascar. The term which is developed in Madagascar and the term synecology was given by Scurter and Kachner in 1902. Pusa mukta is a variety or cultivar of cabbage. World's super rice variety, which is suitable for saline or alkaline soil condition, is Lunishri. NRC map is currently established at Anand, Gujarat. IPR stand for intellectual property rights. Beaufort scale is used to measure wind pressure or strength. The plants which contain or have male and female flowers is dioecious plant. The element that play an important male and female protoplasm constituent is calcium. C4 plant example is like wheat, rice, etc. Plant parasite nematode was first time reported by Kanche. Mean median mode are equal in normal distribution. Inflorescence of jawar is panicle. Gromer, SCU, CDU are the slow release fertilizers. Law of tolerance was introduced by Shelford. End product of glycolysis is pyruvate. Lithophytes are the plants grown in or rocks. Services are called lithophytes. During glycolysis, net gain of ATP is 2. Phosphorus is extracted by Olson method. The correlation between price and demand of commodity is negative. The limit of particular correlation coefficient is -1 to +1. The reclamation of saline and alkaline soils used are gypsum and pyrite. The term ecosystem was coined by Tansley in 1935. Parthenocarpy is development of fruit without fertilization. Development of embryo without fertilization is apomixis. Relative humidity is measured by psychrometer. Father of Indian paleobotany is Birbal Sahani. Weed used for ornamental purpose is Lantana camera. Core component of chlorophyll is magnesium. Soybean is sown at the depth of 3 cm. Most prominent soils of India is alluvial soil. Chiasma is seen during diplotin subphase. Current method used for control of bollworm in cotton is Bt transgenic cotton. Photorespiration occurs in chloroplast. Water use efficiency is highest in cam plants. Chromosomal theory of inheritance was given by Sutton and Boveri. Price fixed by government is called minimum support price. The present farming system in India is market oriented. Chemical mostly used for breaking tuber dormancy in potato is thiourea. Term water harvesting was first time used by Mayers. The first commercial hybrid cotton used for world is hybrid 4. International Day for Biological Diversity is 22nd May. Measuring of heights 1 by clinometer. Number of electrons for conversion of NO3 to NH4 is 16. Bangalore is also known as Garden City. Origin of potato is from Peru or South America. Dormancy breaking hormone is cytokinin. Element involved in energy transfer and storage in plant is phosphorus. Fruit ripening hormone is ethylene. Antidote of insect poisoning is atropine. Minimum support price is formulated by CACP for total 28 crops. Luxury consumption or maximum uptake nutrient is K or potash. Crop canopy temperature is measured by infrared thermometer. Secondary plant nutrients are calcium, magnesium and sulfur. Hulling percentage in rice is 65%. First agriculture chemist of Imperial Agriculture Research Institute. This you should answer me so that I'll get to know whether you are alert or not. Which method of sugarcane sowing prevents the lodging is trench method. Inflorescence of sugarcane is arrow. Shedding of plant part is due to ABA hormone. First hybrid in the world of red gram is ICPH8. Most preferable soil structure for agriculture is granular and crumbly. Taxonomically, organic soils are histosols. Soil most suitable for dryland agriculture is black soil. First man-made cereal is triticale. Dead heart of and white ear disease is related to rice. IBPGR is situated at Italy, Rome. India's share in the fruit production in the world is about 15 to 20%. Relay cropping is the second crop sown before harvesting of the first crop. Measurement of sunlight intensity is expressed in lux units. Now it is Einstein. Waterlogging arid gas found in abundance is methane. Curing process is related to tobacco. Book Nature and Properties of Soil is written by Brady NC Brady. Chemical used in delinting cotton is H2SO4 or sulfuric acid. Maximum nitrogen loss in rice crop is due to denitrification. Wind velocity can be measured by anemometer. Queen of spices cardamom. Now let me know what is king of spices. Buckwheat is called pseudo cereal. Very dangerous disease of sugarcane is red rot. World's staple food is rice. Fiber of cotton contains cellulose. Movement from higher concentration to lower is known as diffusion. Gold of America is soybean. Formula of net capital ratio is total assets by total liabilities, that is net capital ratio. Theory of evolution was given by Charles Darwin. Scientists shared World Food Prize for miracle maize is S.K. Wassel. ICR Day is celebrated on 16th July. Light red carnation represent to admiration. ANOVA's table stand for analysis of variance. Formula for harvest index is economical yield by biological yield into 100. RBI was established in 1935. Vitamin was term given by Funk. Regular soil refers to black soil. Biological active form of glucose is GFARM. Lodging preventer is CCC or Psychocell. FAO started in 1948. Design used when fertility gradient is in two direction is Latin square design. International pest is Cistacerca gregaria. Now tell me on which crop this is particularly uh, acting. Bhudan movement was started in 1951. Cooperative movement started by Nicholas in 1904. Flared square symptoms are seen in cotton due to spotted bollworm. CAN is a neutral fertilizer. Root promoting hormone is IBA. Ooze test is done to ensure bacterial infection. First product of urea hydrolysis is ammonium carbamate. NABARD was set up on the recommendation of Shivraman Committee and Narsimhan Committee. The trade name BHC is Gramexin. Mitochondria was given by Benda in 1897. BT cotton was discovered in 1901 in Japan by Ishawata. Term cytokinin was proposed by Ledham in 1963. Kinetin and zeatin are the forms of cytokinin. Photosynthesis is an oxidation reduction process. Largest importer of cut flower in the world is Germany. Gibberellin was discovered for the first time by Kurosawa. Water soluble vitamin is vitamin C. Greenhouse effect is also known as global warming. Along with vitamin C, one more water soluble vitamin is there. Just keep it in the comment section. WAM act as symbiotic association. LISA stand for less external input sustainable agriculture. Blue revolution in India started during 5th 5-year plan. pH concept was given by Sorensen. DRIS concept given by Buffels. Term remote sensing was first used in USA. Acidity in gram leaves is due to malic or oxalic acid. Photosynthetic rate is highest in C4 plants. Lock and key model was given by Fisher. Anti-sterility vitamin is vitamin E. Double seed formation in cotton is due to pink bollworm infestation. Forest Conservation Act was given in 1980. Neutral parthenocarpy or natural parthenocarpy is found in banana. Term vernalization coined by T.D. Lysenko. Chemical relationship is done between two cells by plasmodesmata. White revolution was accomplished by Varghese Kurian. Sterilization in autoclave require 15 minutes. Bacterial reproduction phase virus is involved is transduction. First plant flower mandi was situated in Bengaluru. Regional plant resource center is at Bhuvaneshwar. Cultivation of crops in area where the annual rainfall is less than 750 mm is dry farming. Central Soil Salinity Research Institute is located at Karnal, Haryana. Ideal location for greenhouse is north to south. According to ICMR, vegetable required per capita per day is around 300 grams. Biggest tree of the world is banyan tree. Kisan call center began in 2004. Net cultivation area, it is varying, means we should check the recent data. Kisan Divas is celebrated on 23rd December. Share of agriculture in global warming is approximately 25%. Environmental Day is celebrated on 5th June. Element responsible for nodulation in legumes is phosphorus. Fingerprinting is related to pineapple. Yellow vein mosaic virus is related to bhindi. Clay mineral is dominant in black soil is montmorillonite. Sprouting in onion is controlled by malic hydrazide. Chemical or hormone used for regular bearing in mango is paclobutrazole. High yielding variety of wheat developed by Borlaug. Breakdown of clods crust plant material by the impact of particles moved by wind in saltation caused abrasion. Soil with pH value less than 7, hence having more hydrogen ions than hydroxyl ion in the soil solution, is called acid soils. Movement of the ions and water into the plant root because of metabolic process by the root frequently against an electrochemical potential gradient is active absorption. Commercial chemical product that is directly responsible for herbicidal activity is called active ingredient. Transfer of heat energy by means of horizontal mass motion through a medium is termed as advection. Technique in growing plants where the plants derive their nutrients and eat from a mist of air and aqueous solution that comes in contact with the roots is aeroponics. Means here neither soil will be there nor water will be there. Term proposed by McGill-Christ in 1965, which is a measure of how much relative yield increase in component is a greater than the component B, is known as aggressivity. In India, NRC for medicine and aromatic crops is located in Anand. Branch of science deals with the study of grasses, their classification, management and utilization is agrostology. Area that comprises of all the areas from which water flows out into a common river or water pool called as catchment area. Crop which is grown as a substitute for main crop that has failed on account of unfavorable conditions is catch crop. Ratio of total cropped area in different seasons to the total land area is cropping intensity. Branch of agriculture which deals with scientific crop production and management is agronomy. Cultivation of the study of interrelationship of living organisms with each other and with their environment is agroecology. The crops that are grown to break the community of agroecological situation in the field under multiple cropping system are called break crop. The competitive interaction between crop species in intercropping and sequential cropping through the release of chemical substances or toxins is called allelopathy. Chemical substance released by one species may inhibit more strongly plants of the producer species is termed as autoinhibition. Production technique that combines agriculture, forestry, horticulture, animal husbandry on the same piece of land is agroforestry. Substance added to soil for the improvement of its physical and chemical property is ameliorant. Appropriate combination of farm enterprises like cropping system, livestock, poultry, fisheries, forestry, and other means available to the farmer to raise them for increasing profitability is farming systems. Scientist who has been called as father of organic farming is Howard or Albert Howard. Process used in microorganisms to remove salt from soil is referred as bioremediation. Organization that is related to export of agriculture processed product is Agri Export Zone. Ratio between water deficit to potential evapotranspiration and expressed in percentage is aridity index. Sugarcane Breeding Institute is located at Coimbatore. Term given by Donald in 1963, which is a measure to find out the yield of various crops when grown together as well as separately and indicating the yield per plant of different crops in mixture and their respective pure stand on an units basis is known as competition index. Biological model which is expected to perform or behave in a predictable manner is idiotype. Gene responsible for dwarfing character in rice is DGU gene. Here are the 700 most important bullet points for any of the competitive exams. Please go through this. If not once, go through 2 to 3 times so that you can memorize. Whenever multiple choice questions will come, you will get little confusion. So getting the idea of clear cut terms and along with that who defined it, in which year they defined, or the particular term for that particular sentence is very important. If you have any doubt, please keep it in the comment section. Thank you once again.